For my Zine Project, I did the Journal of the Plague Year by Daniel Defoe. I decided to do the Journal of the Plague Year because I felt that a lot of the themes in this story had related pretty closely to the COVID-19 pandemic that went through most of 2020 with the lockdown that we all experienced. This one I had related more towards my own situation during the lockdown. So at the beginning of the pandemic, my dad was diagnosed with lung cancer. So it was very important to my family to follow the guidelines of quarantining and social distancing so that nobody else had spread, any diseases with COVID-19 to my dad while he was sick at the time. And that was also a common theme in Journal of the Plague Year where, some people were going out in the streets and spreading disease and not caring as much about it as others did. So for my creative piece, I put together a little collage of pictures of my dad and I at the bottom here. I have a little image of lungs and a mask, to represent, one lung cancer and then the other to represent the mandated masks in 2020 during the lockdown. The quote that I chose was, "Once free in the streets, what then? Fear and panic could destroy the city as much as plague itself. Many of doctors fled, along with rich and powerful, and neighbors informed against each other. People lied to each other and to themselves. People would make excuses saying that it's a headache or a little bruise and they'll feel better if they went for a walk. But then, of course, going for a walk, being in public would then infect other people. People were going out and infecting other people and making excuses for it. So that is kind of in relation to what we had dealt with during COVID, where some people were, kind of bypassing guidelines of going and quarantining, and they were going out and doing things with others, which then spread diseases pretty quickly during COVID. So this text, like I said, it definitely spoke to me more than other readings. The relationship and themes within the Journal of the Plague Year and my own life, it's very similar to how we experienced the lockdown and COVID-19. And like I said, it specifically spoke with me because of the fact that I had a family member who was sick during the time. So it was very important to not go out and go for walks outside, or if you did, to do it with the precautionary measures of social distancing. And the quote definitely relates directly to the difference in how people treated the lockdown during COVID. Some people weren't taking it as a serious illness, but other families, like mine, knew that if certain people in the family got sick, that they would be at risk for, contracting a more serious virus. And that's why this quote and this story had resonated more with me than others, and why I chose to do this creative piece.